Instagram now has a new live feature. I guess I've seen a number of people using it today. A lot of people that I follow, though I think none of my friends, like actual friends that I also know in real life, have yet to use it. But it seems pretty interesting. I don't know. Pretty much reminds me of Twitter's Periscope. It's like that whole live thing, going live thing. I think it's pretty cool. Except, I don't know, to me it seems like, unless you have a lot of stuff planned or a lot of stuff to talk about, seems like I don't know, like, it's not really maybe like the best kind of feature for just your general social media user. But I don't know. I'd like to try it out. I don't know if I will. I guess I'll attempt a couple of test runs and whatnot. Maybe why not? So, the other thing I wanted to talk about was one thing that has been coming up a lot with a lot of my friends, and also some of my relatives. There's a whole protest thing. Like, obviously, if you don't know by now, I'm sure a lot of people know. There's been a lot of protests ever since the election and all that. And the thing that kind of bothered me, still bothers me actually, is the fact that there's actually a large percentage of people that believe that nobody really has a right to protest over anything, or rather, or if not that, then they certainly believe that you can't protest certain things. And to that, I say, that's not true. We all have the right to protest anything and everything. It doesn't matter if other people agree with what we're protesting over or not. It doesn't matter if they agree with it or not. We all have the right to protest. It's part of the First Amendment: freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, all that good stuff. The same stuff that the Founding Fathers fought against their oppressors, their tyrannical monarchy. And yeah, it's just as simple as that. We all have the right to protest. It doesn't matter. And also, it doesn't matter whether anybody actually voted or not. It doesn't matter who voted for who. It doesn't matter whether votes count or not, whether people feel votes count or not. It doesn't matter if half the people protesting have no idea why they're protesting, though I do believe they should be aware on some level. But obviously, I think they are. If people take to the streets, or actively taking to the streets and protesting over something, then they do have some kind of idea as to why they're protesting, or at least what they're protesting. So, and also too, I don't like this whole thing about some people believe that in order to have any kind of protest or any kind of quote-unquote revolution, that you need to arm yourselves, that you need to take up arms and guns, weapons of all kinds, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't care if, you can call me a sissy, a pussy, or, scaredy cat, or whatever. I don't believe in using violence to get any kind of point across. I don't believe in violent protests. And also too, granted, I know a large percentage of the revolutions that have occurred throughout our history were violent. At the same time, these revolutions, they didn't just occur overnight. It wasn't just, people didn't just wake up and all of a sudden decide, I'm gonna arm myself and fight against, fight for what I believe in, all that. I mean, it's something that people actually really thought long and hard about. And even those who were coerced into it, they still didn't fully believe in what they were fighting for, such as in the case of the Civil War, the American Revolution, even other revolutions in other countries, the French Revolution. The revolution is it doesn't have to be a violent act. Yes, the word revolution, unfortunately, has a violent connotation to it, simply because there's a long history of violence associated with revolutions. That's unfortunate. But for me, I believe we're moving beyond that point. We can no longer just assume that when we hear the word revolution that means war, or that means any kind of violent conflict. I believe we're moving past that. We have to move past that if we want to survive as a species on this planet. It's hard enough, trying to maintain some kind of balance within the ecosystem, within our atmosphere. That's a whole other thing that I could talk about. But yeah, I mean, essentially, what I'm trying to get across is we all have the right to protest. We all have the right to peacefully protest, make our voices heard, make our opinions heard. We all have the right to use whatever outlets we have at our disposal to make our voices heard, make our opinions heard. Whether or not the majority agrees with us or not. There's no other way around that. There's no other way around that, And so, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get that across because I was kind of surprised that I hadn't made any kind of video in which I addressed this topic, but now I have. So, so to that I say, if there's any kind of issue that you have with the government or with any group or any entity at all, and you feel like you want to voice your opinion, you can do so. You have that right to do so. Don't be afraid to do it. That's why we're afforded that right in this country, the United States of America. It's as simple as that. So, thanks for watching this vlog. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if anybody else is doing Vlogmas. Granted, I know this seems like it's an ongoing thing. Or maybe it's just like, maybe I'm the only one who seems like I'm getting a little tired of it. But then I usually get some kind of second wind going, or third wind. But anyway, it's Vlogmas. So that'll do it. Vlogmas Day 13. Till next time, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.